So my thoughts on data-wise, I think the key thing is it's not about the quantity of data. It's more about looking carefully at the data you do collect and analyzing it. Because when you get a huge amount and you're looking at this, but then you forget about it, and you move on to this one, and then you move on to this, I think it's better to focus on one particular thing, be very great at analyzing it and using that information to guide instruction.
I would tell you that data would be good for my classroom because that would direct my instruction. It would be like the wind to my sail. We will be able to do differentiation. We will be able to do even gearing up to students who are already on point. So I'm excited.
Okay, when using data in my classroom, I use it kind of to help my students by first giving them a pre-assessment. That way I know where they are. It kind of lays down a foundational ground for me to figure out where they are. What I need to kind of reteach, or if I need to differentiate or pull small groups. So basically the process begins with that pre-assessment. Then after I have taught them the lesson, I kind of use that information as well to kind of assess during the process as well, because you're self-assessing them during that time. And then towards the end, when you give them a post-assessment, it kind of gives you an idea if they learned the information, if you need to go back and reteach.
Good afternoon, Ms. Obida. Thank you for joining us again this afternoon as we take this opportunity to look at your SRI data. First and foremost, let's take a look at what you have.
I have my EduSoft result for my SRI, and it shows the Lexile score and the performance standards of the students.
Okay. So looking at this data that you had for your SRI, what surprised you? What jumped out at you?
Okay, first and foremost, I think that there is no alignment from the curriculum that I'm teaching, which is Common Core, to the SRI, which just gives us the Lexile score of the students. What I'm trying to say is that I want the test more focused on the Common Core objectives or learning standards instead of just the Lexile.
Okay, and those were your surprises. What about any concerns that you may have had?
Well, I'm just surprised and concerned because I don't have any way of gauging where my students really need help with, because the test that they're taking, which is SRI, does not tell me what specific skills they need help with. So if I'm going to go to the Common Core standards, it says 6.1, you're going to cite evidences, but apparently the SRI will just let them fill in the blanks, and it doesn't even tell me specifically what skills they need help with.
Were any of these students SLO students by chance?
Yes.
Okay. About how many?
Yes.
You know?
All of them in
All
the
of
class,
them. Okay.
all 25 of them.
So we're monitoring closely in terms of how we're assessing and then going back and reassessing skills that they're struggling with. Okay, perfect.
And so what will be your next steps in using this data to adjust your instruction?
First and foremost, I always study my data. I identify students who were almost there. When I say almost there, I'm looking at students who need a few more points to become proficient. And I'm also looking at students who are not there, they're way off down, and what I need to do to help them. And I'm planning to give an enrichment for those who are already there, those who are already proficient. And I'm planning to differentiate my lessons for those who are way out from becoming proficient.